Yo, people, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the post-match KopEnd Khanage show. This is your host, Grizz Khan, for the day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. Joined by Fahi and, of course, Ish from KopEndFracas. You already know where they're at. You already know what they're about. Make sure you like, subscribe. Make sure you put some effort into it. Make sure you actually go and do these things. Because we are fighting sleep. I am anyway, guys. I'm ready. I was getting all cozy and rosy, about to fall asleep. But
brother, the second half to sleep.
We're gonna get into it. We're of course here to talk about Jurgen Klopp's last ever game in Europe for us, people. Jurgen Klopp's last ever game in Europe for us, and he goes out in the most un-Jurgen Klopp-like way. We're here to discuss it, or we're here to try to break it down, give our opinions and thoughts, share your thoughts and opinions with us as well. Fahi, how you doing, man?
Bro, listen, I'm okay. We're gonna get into it for sure, but I'm okay. I'm glad I can have a counselling session with you and my brother Ish.
Yeah, counselling seems to be the way of the last month or so, Ish. It seems like, you know that phrase, the wind has been knocked out of our sails, it seems. And we're just kind of like trying to get to the shores. Do you get it? Like, we're just scraping, trying to get to the shore, man. Are we going to get there, Ish? Are we going to get there? What's going on?
I don't know, man. It's very, very underwhelming, to be honest. Like, yeah, just the way we went out. You would think that the way the boys were playing second half, you would think that we were 3-0 up from the first leg, just kind of coasting through. So listen, I'm calm. I'm not gonna start shouting and getting all angry tonight. Like deep down, we all probably knew we weren't going through, but just the manner we went out is disappointing. But listen, we won the game, clean sheet.
Clean sheet.
The next goal is to get a goal in open play, because obviously we haven't got one since Sheffield United. So listen, there's baby steps.
It's mad, isn't it? We actually haven't scored in 4 games from open play. So that's 1 against Man United, right?
Right? The United we scored 2. How were the 2 goals?
Was the first was the flick on from the corner. Diaz got the.
God, yeah, you're right. Yeah,
and penalty.
You're right.
And then what was the last game? We didn't score last game against Palace. Didn't score against Atalanta. It's been a minute, guys. It's been a minute.
People in the chat, thank you for joining us. Nearly 150 of you guys are already in here. I'm sure there's loads of you that want to speak and say things. I'll try to get as many good comments that I think are constructive up as much as I can. Shane McGee sends the first super chat of the night. Big up, Shane. Channel member and moderator. He says players didn't turn up and Klopp and Co had no idea how to combat Atalanta. Edwards and Hughes need to be ruthless with a lot of these players. Some tough conversations for some people coming. We'll start off with the super chat, Fahi. I couldn't agree more. I think they didn't turn up. I thought there was a lot of I don't know, Fahi, I don't want to go too much into the players' body languages and whatnot, but there look to be a lot of, I don't know, disinterested type.
I don't think that. I think you saw in the first half the effort was there, right?
Was there.
Listen, there was a clear game plan of making as many forward runs as possible, trying to drag the man-for-man marker out of position, and it did work to a certain extent, right? We were causing some kind of kerfuffle and
20 minutes.
Yeah. So the idea was there, but Atalanta clocked on quite quickly, right? And I think honestly, what really knocked the wind out of us was the miss, which we're going to discuss. We're definitely discussing that miss, and also obviously second half, Gasperini just did the right thing. He knew how to combat us. And we had no response to anything that he did at halftime. We just tried to play the exact same way. And then the moment Trent, Robbo, and Szoboszlai came off, the width was gone, the creativity was gone, the willing runner in Szoboszlai was gone. No one was making that run from midfield up front. All of it just vanished. Everything vanished. So, yeah, it was all of our own doing. That's the thing. Again, it's all of our own doing. And it's yet another game where a big chance missed has ultimately ended up deciding what happens for the rest of that game. Because if that goal goes in, it's a different conversation and a different game. Doesn't go in, and we get what we saw.
Ish, the lineup comes out, and I guess it's pretty much as strong as we can go at right now, give or take the argument about Nunes or Jota, maybe. Yeah, sorry. So, do Nunes and Jota aside, it's pretty much our strongest lineup. Guess what? I guess what I just remembered, guys. That's the first time we've played that back four in like 243 days, and we kept a clean sheet. Oh,
It's madness, isn't it?
oh, oh.
That being said, listen, we should have
We rode our
conceded.
luck. Yeah,
We
yeah,
rode our luck. We rode our
Yeah,
luck. But hey, it was a clean sheet.
It's a clean sheet. Look, the lineup comes out. Of course, the excitement, or I guess the positive side of things, or the positive side of the way of looking at it was the return of Trent and Ish. Obviously, we're going to get into the game, but I actually, when we get into the game, all we can speak about is Trent's opening half, basically.
Bro.
Like Trent was a one-man footballing royalty out there. He was like showing levels to his game, like picking up the passes, picking up the ball, spraying passes, turning defense into attack or transition into attack, just like the good old days. That was literally, for me, the only beautiful thing about that first half.
The goal even was all him. Gets the
Yeah.
ball, pings it out to Diaz. Then it breaks back to the right hand side, gets it again, drives, crosses. Obviously, it leads to the handball. So that first 15, 20 minutes was giving me like, you know, when Gerald used to play for us in like maybe
Yeah.
08, 09, where
Yeah.
we had Torres, but we didn't really have too much else going on. He was like, I'm going to try and win you this game today by myself, getting the ball. Bro, I saw him in the left wing, saw him in the middle, saw him everywhere. It was like he was really kind of intent on getting us somewhere going in the first kind of 20 minutes or so, and it worked as well. We started all right. Made a good start to the game.
Well, literally, we couldn't go a better start. 7th minute, or I had people
Goal.
messaging me, Grizz, it's the same minute as Origi scored in the famous comeback against Barcelona on Origi's birthday. Whoa, it just didn't have that vibe at all, did it?
Nah. Listen, guys, we need, as much as we are famous for a lot of these European comebacks, obviously one of them happened in a final neutral territory, but more often than not, it's at Anfield. So this whole like comeback talk wasn't really filling me with as much hope as it should have done, because I knew we had the home crowd. And obviously,
people
big
are
up the
actually
Atalanta
telling me you're
crowd as
being
well.
too negative. Oh my god, what do you mean? What rubbish? Someone tweeted back to me, what rubbish? I said, what's rubbish? If it's my opinion, go and tweet yours and get on with it.
Like,
What do you mean rubbish? Like, how is that rubbish opinion to say it's a tall order? It turns out to be an absolute tall order. We didn't even look remotely like getting back into it. But you're right. Fahi, the first goal comes from Trent. Everything comes from Trent. The initial pass, where the build-up comes to Trent. Then the ball falls at his feet, whips it across, handball. You know when we get a penalty these days, are you like me and saying, McAllister?
Yeah,
McAllister.
of course.
But we know Mo, right?
Yeah. I'm always just shouting McAllister, please. But then obviously the moment McAllister picks up the ball, you know he's picking it up for Salah. You know that thing they do where they guard the penalty box and they guard the ball until the actual penalty taker's ready. So I knew it's going to be Mo, man. And yeah, obviously Mo slotted it away nicely, scored within the first 6 minutes? So you're thinking, okay, we're 1-0. You've got a good 83, 82 minutes left of the game. We can take our time now. We've got over the hurdle of not scoring a goal in however long it was. We've finally done it. And now we just keep on playing our football. And we did for the next 15 minutes. And then after that, Grizz, I don't know what to say.
That was exactly it. You're right. For that 15th minute, I mean, naturally they're going to panic. They're not the most experienced team in Europe, right? They're not. They're quite a new team. They're not doing great in Syria. They're 6th currently, right? They played Monday, guys. Monday, you know, and they were 2-0 up and got tracked back 2-2.
Yep.
I thought, Ish, this is the time to step on their neck. And we have 2 incidents to talk about realistically, pretty much for the rest of the game. And it happens in the first half, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know which way, guys. Let me know, because I'm not going back. Was it the handball incident first, or no? It was the Salah chance first.
Yeah.
I thought Gakpo was lively-ish. I thought Gakpo's cameos have been lively. He deserved a start. I thought Gakpo showed me a bit more strength, a bit more robustness. Just the final pass along with his fellow forwards weren't quite happening.
No, I wasn't. But I agree with him starting as well. I didn't want him to start. He has looked better than the other forwards recently. But
Yeah.
again, kind of touch on what you were saying. He's looked better, but still without really showing any goal threat. Like, I still don't look at him and think if he gets a chance, it's going to fall to him. He's going to just take it without kind of hesitating, like our forwards would do at the start of the season. So it was disappointing, man. It was disappointing. As good as he was, we have to speak about Salah as well and what he was up to and kind of how that. As soon as he missed that, you guys are going to think I'm crazy because there's still 60, 70 minutes of the game to play. But I said we're not winning. That was a sliding doors moment in the game. As soon as he missed that chance, I said we're not getting another chance like that to score or two more chances like that to score to take the game to extra time. So it's fine margins again, man. It's fine margins again. And like the defense today, obviously we were lucky not to concede, but they did their bit of the bargain. They did their bit of the deal. They didn't concede. So you have to look at it. Where was the game lost? The game was lost by our forwards not taking their chances. And another guy as well who I don't really want to single out, but bro, Szoboszlai in that first half, man. Like the amount of times chances are breaking down at his feet, simple 5-yard passes. He even gave the ball away when he almost conceded. I think that after Salah scored, gave a hospital pass across field. So I just
very similar to the pass that he'd done that enabled the goal the other day. I can't remember.
It might even have been in the first leg against Atalanta. I'm not even sure.
I think so.
Just
yep.
careless. Like,
but you know what I will say, because I'm going to defend him just a little bit. He at least gave us a bit of urgency moving forward. Like he was being a willing runner. Like there were times where we would get Atalanta on the break, and then whoever's got the ball, whether it's Trent, whether it's Salah, is looking for someone to make a run, and no one's making that run. Gakpo and Diaz are behind the ball. If was like always bombing forward, so I'm going to at least give him praise for that because he was at least trying to stretch play a little bit more. If he wasn't doing that, I don't know what would happen.
I hate to keep mentioning his name, but this is the kind of thing we were saying about Jordan Henderson, bro.
You're right.
It's not enough. Yeah, we need to actually, like, I don't want to say sell him in the summer or anything, but we need to give this guy the same kind of measuring stick that we were giving Henderson last season because Henderson's been making those willing runs for 10 years, and we were saying it's not good enough. So I think there could be
a positional question. You know that over the summer with the new coach. I think there could be a positional question about him, guys. There is a player in him. He's got the dynamism. There is something. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about his position.
I think he turns into a right mid or a right winger. I'm pretty certain if the manager is who we think it all is, if it's going to be Amorim and based off that system, he fits into a right mid, right winger slot. So
I think there's going to be a question about that. Big up LFC Sudan. He says, big up Grizz, Ish and Fahi. Passing and play movement was really slow. Easy game for Atalanta. Physically overpowered. Fahi, they did over 2 legs. They actually did.
Bro, look at the strength. Look at the strength. They were draping us about the pitch, man. Like, fair play to them. Fair play. They matched us for every run, every duel. Fantastic. Honestly, I came away from those 2 legs to be like, you know what, Atalanta are a very good football team. Now, the league position may not show it, but the way they dealt with us over 2 legs is up there with what Arteta has done previously versus Klopp. Fantastic job by them. I think the other thing I'll say is second half, right? Obviously, first half, they were chasing shadows first 20 minutes. But second half, they knew we were goosed. We had nothing left in the tank. And they went back to that man-for-man marking.
Well, it was supposed to be the other way.
I know. But hey, we put all of our effort into the first 20, 25 minutes and then just looked absolutely goosed. And then second half, it was easier for them to just do the man-for-man marking. And they won most of the 50-50 duels.
James says, we gave the ball away too much. No one was shooting. Liverpool can't stand on anyone's neck. Grizz has been way too positive for me after that shambles. What?
What do you want us to do? Negative. If we're negative, we come to get a bit of enjoyment. If we're positive, you're too positive.
We're
Tell
just
us.
smiling. We're smiling with shame, really. Not embarrassment, maybe a bit too far, but we're smiling sarcastically. Like, what was that performance?
No, that was embarrassing. That second half performance was embarrassing. Like,
yeah.
there was no intent. Obviously we didn't get pumped or anything, but there was no intent to try and force the issue. No going long, no like whipping crosses into the box. It was like a pre-season game when you change to full 11 at half time and you're like players just playing kind of all over the place. It was terrible, man.
We missed that chance, and you're right, guys. When you miss that chance, and it's not in isolation, you got to remember we're missing that chance on the back of missing 6 chances in the previous game and 5 in the previous game before that. And then obviously we haven't scored in open play. So when we're missing chances like that, naturally you're going to think, yeah, it's long today. It's going to be long. We battle on. We try to make the sub. Okay. Did you understand? Whoever wants to take it. Did you guys understand the delay in making the substitutions in the second half? Can anyone make any sense of it?
Way too late in my opinion. Because we started the first half all right, but from the second half whistle went, we weren't good. We were not good at all. I think 55, 60 minutes, you at least look to make 2 changes. Because if you're going to bring on 3 changes at 70 minutes, it's too disjointed by that point. I even saw the one point of camera pan to Klopp and he's shouting 4-4-2 to the guys. They're not even sure what formation they're meant to be playing. It was a hot mess. I
found that very worrying. Ish, I know you've skipped to the 70th minute, but I know why you've skipped to the 70th minute because there's
nothing happened. Yeah,
nothing. Like Fahi, nothing happened, bro.
Nothing, bro. Nothing happened.
Like it was like rinse, repeat. And you know what was rinse, repeat? Alisson. The ball. Every time I looked at the TV, the ball was at Alisson's feet. And he would be knocking the ball outside, back to him. Yeah. And then check this out. The worst part, Fahi. So we do that for about a minute or 2.
I know what you're going to say.
And then he just lump it long.
No, but do you know what the other worst bit is? Yeah, he will hold on to the ball after doing that, waiting for someone to open up space in the middle. Someone in the midfield will then run forward, leaving a massive gap in the middle. None of the forwards are dropping back to receive the ball. So you've done all of that hard work for what? No one is willing to receive that actual ball. So then he lumps it long and we lose it. And then we do the same thing again 2 minutes later. And that's all we saw that second half. It's such a disgraceful showing based off the actual context and circumstances. I really don't know what to say.
I don't know what to say as well. Did we think the substitutions made any difference? So obviously we end up making the changes, and Ish, you're spot on. 3 substitutions in 1 goal. I found that really worrying, guys. That he's made the substitutions, the players are on the pitch for a few minutes, and then he's shouting 4-4-2, guys, 4-4-2. Why haven't they explained that with the subs? Why isn't that smooth transition taking place on the pitch? It epitomized that second half in especially, didn't it, Ish?
Boy, like I said, yeah. When I saw that, I was like, yeah, these men might be cooked because it was just they were just playing. Jota was even in the first half. Robbo was doing this auxiliary left wing, and like I get it. I get you're trying to pull players out of position, but you don't want Robertson to be on the end of your chances because that's just not. It's not his game at all. The ball was even bobbling up off his foot, or it just wasn't really sticking. Then the second half, Jota's coming deep, like to number 6 role. Gakpo finished the game left back. I'm just like, mate, this is. I feel sorry for Klopp in a way, even though I don't think he had the greatest night tactically. It definitely looks like one of those ones where he's got his hands
I don't think
down,
he had the tie. Sorry, I don't think he had the overall tie. I think Gasperini done a number on him, and that's fine.
Said the first leg, his selection was not good. The first leg, he kind of, I don't want to say he lost us the game, but that personnel that he picked in the first leg was not conducive to the first leg of a quarterfinal tie. It looked like he kind of thought we would ease our way into the second leg and kind of get the job done, but it wasn't the case. But the players on the pitch tonight, I'm sorry, we can talk about tactics and position, but they were just not really showing enough intent. It doesn't matter whether you're playing 4-4-2, 4-3-3. Like, I need to see some shots. I need to see you trying to force the issue a little bit. It just looked like they couldn't wait to get the game over and done with. So
in the first half, do you know what, Fahi? The worrying thing is our player of the season, or one of the players of. Oh, actually, we can talk about 2, 3. Virgil van Dijk, McAllister, just look pale shadows of just a month ago, even.
Brother,
I could not work out what was going on, guys.
Brother, I think the focus needs to be on McAllister, and this isn't a slight on him, but the past 3 games, he's been an absolute disgrace with the ball, an absolute disgrace. If you see what he's been doing with possession, I can't believe.
What is he doing? What are we putting this down to? How are we going to?
I don't know.
Is it the movement for the rest of the team? Is it the functionality of the structure of the team? Has it suddenly changed? Have we changed the structure since the return of Trent? I don't think so.
No, it's not. It's not that, because even without Trent, it was after the Sheffield United game. He's just been extremely wasteful with the ball. Now, could it be down to him having to play every single minute of every single game? Perhaps. That being said, he's literally mistiming 10-yard passes. And this is an ongoing thing now. It's gone on for 2 weeks. I'd love to know in the comments if anyone can work out what it is. But if it's him being tired, he's being tired. But he's been so wasteful on the ball, and he's half the reason why we keep getting overturned. Because he'll get the ball, and then
of them though, Fahi. I agree with you about McAllister, but supposedly we've also mentioned Curtis Jones has just not picked up any pace of the game since he's been back.
No, but I don't think he's been as wasteful when making a pass, which is the difference.
But you know why?
Go on.
Because he's been the most passive with his passing, which is also a problem because we're not quick in transition. He's gone back to the original Curtis Jones where we used to tear our hair out and say, move the ball quicker, Kurt. You've done everything but move the ball, get the final pass out. Cav's been on, we done Red Fellas last Sunday, and Cav wanted to bring it out in that, because look, the question is going to come out about the timing of Klopp's announcement, and whether it has had any effect on.
No, because we went on a massive run for 2.5 months, and we were doing unthinkable things with players that we shouldn't have been doing it with Kelleher in goal, with Bradley at right back. Come on, we had Bobby Clark starting against Nottingham Forest. Like, think about the things that went on.
Yeah, but this is it. What have we reverted back to then? Is it the adrenaline pump that was there because of his announcement that got us going for about 5 months?
I think it's
I think the conversation has to be about the forward line and why they keep missing chances. These are games where, listen, we're creating the same amount of chances, but the chances aren't being taken. And the conversation, for some reason, keeps going past what's actually happening in the game. There's an opportunity in the first half to make that tie 2-0. It goes to our best finisher on the pitch. What does he do? He snatches at it yet again. He's snatched at a chance every single game for the past 4 games.
Hit his shin, hit his shin.
It's pathetic. He didn't need to take that shot. But no one wants to discuss it. No one wants to have the uncomfortable conversation. I don't know why.
We're here for it.
Because if it's Darwin Núñez, the whole world is talking about him. When it's Mo Salah doing it every single game, no one wants to talk about it. So, you tell me.
What's funny is Núñez actually would have scored that chance.
I think Núñez would have probably scored that chance. I can't believe what Salah was doing. What was he doing? It made no sense. The goalie is 18 yards away from his goal line. You don't actually need to take that shot. The defender is 3 yards behind you. You've got enough pace to hold him off for another 3 touches. It's bizarre. And he keeps doing this. And you can't coach this. By missing these big chances, you put so much more pressure on the team. And look what happened 30 seconds later. We actually conceded, but obviously it was offside. And that's purely because this guy would just like to just lash a foot at any chance he gets. He never wants to take an extra touch. And this is what's been going on for the past 4 games and what's happened the past 4 games. Obviously, we won tonight, but not really. The other 3 games, we've not won. And he's had a chance every single time. No one wants to talk about it.
I'm lost for words, man. Or I'm tired. I'm like the Liverpool team itself. I don't think there's any talking points about the second half. This is mad. We're chasing a game. We're 2 goals away. We've got the early goal. After the Salah chance, help me out. Help me out, chat. Help me out, Fahi. Help me out, Ish. after the Salah goal and the penalty incident, or the red card possible incident, I can't think of a chance. I can't think of anything recreated. Where do we go from here, Ish? How do we go about these last 6 games?
We
can't
need
give
to.
up because
Nah.
we're 2 points behind.
Yeah, we're still in here.
But also, they don't play in the league this weekend as well, so there is an opportunity for us to be top again in
pressure.
theory.
Put scoreboard pressure.
Yeah, scoreboard pressure. Arsenal, we saw their bellies look like they might be dropping as well. I think they go to Wolves this weekend, if I'm not
Wolves
mistaken.
away on a Saturday.
Brother, it's not easy up there, you know. He might have something for them, so we just need to do our job. I think it's going to be one of those where, right, all of our forwards seem to be in a rut right now. All 5 of them look crap in front of goal at the moment. They need a lucky goal. It needs to be one that goes in off their arse, off their head, whatever it is. You'd like it to be from open play because you can see that the penalties can kind of disguise things sometimes. But I just think Sunday we need to just keep creating chances because it's not good. I don't think these men are looking clinical right now. So we just need to find a way of just creating as many chances as possible. Trent back in the team will help. I'm glad he got 70 minutes in the tank.
Look, people, big up Leo's goals is in the chat as well. He says, listen, hey boys, big up, please bring some positivity. We spoke about Trent, who was for me the only positive shining light, and we've spoken about him. How do we change it up, Fahi and Ish? Because you're right, we've got 5 forwards all fit now. Let's say Strutter's fit now, right? Another couple of days training. He's been back a week and a half. He's got to come into contention for starting, Fahi. One of the hardest games is going to be Fulham away. Fulham away is a terrible fixture for us.
It's a tough game.
Yeah.
How do we freshen this up? Do we freshen it up in midfield and attack? Does Harvey Elliott get a start going back to his hunting ground? What are you doing to personally, bear in mind, 3 days later, we got the Merseyside derby in midweek.
Yeah, personally, I've been saying this for a while. For those that listen to KopEndFracas, go 4-4-2. Similar personnel, but go 4-4-2, right? So the back four stays the same with Trent on right back. Midfield, you have a midfield of McAllister and Endo and McAllister and Jones. On the right side, you have Szoboszlai, someone who can cover the right-hand side. Left-hand side, you have Diaz. Up front, you have... I want Salah closer to goal, so he's not doing much and he's not running onto the ball as much, right? I want him just focused in front of goal and then have Jota next to him. I think that's the way to go. Is it going to happen? No, it will be a 4-3-3 again. Based off it being a 4-3-3, Jota needs to start, play Nunez on the left, and Salah's going to start automatically on the right anyway. So that's going to be the forward line.
Is Salah going to start automatically?
Yeah, he will. He's going to start, but he doesn't deserve to start, but he's going to start. And at some point, it needs to work out again. But personally, if it was me, I'd go 4-4-2.
Ish, would you do anything different? I don't know what to do. I think Kwanzaa comes back in. All right, I'm assuming Trent starts. Robertson. I don't think we change the back 5 now for the rest of the season, right? Injuries permitting.
There's no point. We're not saving them for European ties. We've got 6 cup finals.
It's all about sort of the 3 weeks in the 3 games in 6 days. So this is the only period. Yeah. I think this is the last week that we think about maybe freshening up for the 3 games.
We can't do it in a freshen up mindset. It's got to be, you have to just play the team every game now, play the best 11 to win the team. I don't care if these guys are tired. You can play 6
games. It's just dawned on me. You know, next Sunday, next Saturday, 2 p.m. next Saturday, there's only going to be 3 league games left.
Yeah, it's mad.
Next Saturday, 2 p.m. because it's the early kickoff, innit, on Saturday against West Ham away.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is mad.
If we don't
look, for me, and I think you guys will agree, if we don't pick up 9 points, there is absolutely no chance, isn't there? Like, we can't afford to drop another point, surely.
Oh no, we have to win every game. We have to win every game, and this is the position they've put us in after Palace. So we have to win every game. There's no more excuses. We have to win every game. So yeah, that's where we're at.
Cav says, I said weeks ago on Red Fellas with Salah drop.
Yeah, no, Cav did say.
Get Elliott in there. We did fine during AFCON.
Yeah.
We did.
Look, the fact
that was arguably our best point of the season. That was arguably our best. That Chelsea 4-1. Yeah.
The moment Salah went to AFCON, we were absolutely fine. The moment he came back, the Brentford game, he was fantastic for the 20 minutes. He injured himself again, and then
I don't think he's fully.
I don't think he's fit. No.
I don't think he's fully fit, guys. And it's not even fully fit. I think the type of injury that he's picked up, obviously, you can see has affected his dynamism. He can't even make space now. Like, he nearly put Gakpo through with a sublime pass. That would have been lovely. I think there was a Gakpo flick to Diaz that nearly came off. Guys,
yeah, the creativity I don't question though. The creativity is there. It's running with the ball or running towards goal. That's the issue I've got with him right now. And those were the two things he was fantastic at, and that's where he's regressed currently. And yeah, listen, I get the injury and I get the age, but we're fighting for a title. So if he can't do it, someone else has to. So yeah, Cav is right. Really, really and truly, he should be dropped. I don't think he would get dropped though. So
Ish, it's over to Fulham away on Sunday. We got to look forward. There's no point talking about today and backwards, because today for me was a non-event. It was almost like a chance to give Trent some minutes, Jota some minutes, Jones a few more minutes. I think you're right. I think there's no point resting or rotating now. Last 6 games, you just pick the best possible lineup. What is your best possible lineup for Sunday-ish? I'm putting you on the spot.
Same back 5. I'm tempted to bring Endo back and push McAllister into the 8 again. I feel like him in the 6, we're not really seeing the best. Or just don't play him. Either you play him in the 8 or don't play him right now. So I'll probably go. Oh, yikes! I'll probably go Endo, Mac, Elliott midfield. I think Jones needs a little rest as well. I'll go McAllister left 8, Endo in the 6, Harvey right, and then my front 3. Oh god. Diaz.
You're gonna need to score a goal to get 3 points, guys.
I
so
know, bro.
your front 3 is important.
I'll probably go Gakpo, Jota, Salah.
Gakpo
off the left.
Jota, Salah.
Yeah. Salah's just Salah in it. Even like as bad as he looks when he comes off the pitch, it's like, who's gonna get our goal? Who's actually gonna put the ball in the back of the net for us? So I guess he's got to try and find his way into some form between now and the end of the season, man. But
Fahi, you doing anything different?
Nah, I told you 4-4-2 is what I would go with. And up front, Jota has to start. He's the one that I trust from the start. I probably still wouldn't start Nunes.
You still wouldn't start Nunes, even though he only played 20 minutes or so today.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't start him against Fulham because it's a small pitch, so I'm not really sure what he's actually going to be doing there. Like,
where's he going to run?
Yeah, where's he going to run to? So there's no need. That's
offside, bro.
Yeah, he's going to run off the pitch. That's what we'll do. So Jota up front with Gakpo or Salah, and yeah, make it work somehow. Just get me a 1-0, man. I don't really care how many goals you score. I can't trust you guys to score more than 1 anymore anyway.
I'm saying can't drop Diaz. Only man with fight fast few weeks.
Yeah, play him on the left.
Shall I tell you what's concerning me about Nunes? His fight's gone, guys. I don't know if you guys agree. He doesn't.
Yeah,
I agree, but I don't even think that's like a massive attribute. Like for me, just finish, isn't it? When you get through on goal, just finish. Like whether your fight's there or not, we can say Gakpo's fight's not really there. But when you're in front of goal, just put the ball in the back of the net. That's the only thing I care about.
Yeah, that being said as well, he has been utilised a lot recently, and again, he's another one that probably does need a bit of time out of the starting lineup. So that could be part of it. Listen, you lose a bit of explosiveness when you're starting every single week. And he has been starting every single week because of Jota being out. Now Jota's back. Jota needs to take on that mantle for a bit, let Nunes rest for a bit. And then for the final 5 games, definitely start him against Everton away. But Fulham, I don't think he needs to.
Not much else to say, guys. Sorry for the quick, sharp. I mean, what do you want us to do? Just waffle on and moan about and cry about? This has been post-match KopEnd Khanage. Make sure you guys check out the guys' channels on the KopEndFracas, doing great bits on the audio podcast side of things. Follow them up on their socials. Smash a like if you haven't already. I'll try to do a call-in show for the Saturday, and then we're back for the Red Fellas on Sunday. Hopefully with a goal to talk about from open play. Maybe. I don't know. There's no more guarantees with this team. Over and out. Take care, people.